You are suffering from pandemic obsessive syndrome, from lockdown obsessive disorder. You are trying to rewrite history as though the pandemic never happened. And that's what people like you do. You look at the situation we're in now, where things are much safer, people are healthier because they've got the vaccine, and you try to rewrite the last 2 years as though COVID was never as dangerous as it was. The truth is it killed 150,000 people, and the overwhelming majority of the British people were not crazies like you or Esther on this topic. They supported lockdown because they knew it kept their families safe.
So what do you say, Benjamin, to the relatives of Arthur Labinjo Hughes?
Tell me his story.
He was the young boy who was murdered by his revolting animal of a parent, in part because he wasn't at school.
I would say that it is an incredibly ugly characterisation to suggest that a parent who was a killer or an abuser had something to do with
do you not understand how society works? Do you not understand how society works?
I think that's a deplorable thing to say.
Well, it's a fact, Benjamin.
It's not a fact.
It is a fact. Look into the case. You clearly don't know anything about the case. It is a fact. And this is what happened when we lock vulnerable children. No one kills because of lockdown. But what it means is that all of that support system that was meant to be there to protect someone like Arthur Labinjo Hughes went.
I think his point
because
is
no one was able to visit that.
Schools have a social duty as well to protect children. If children don't have that sort of social interaction, people on the outside can't see when there's something wrong at home.
Of course.
And that's what. And it wasn't just him. There was that young black boy as well in South London that was murdered by his mother and her boyfriend. You know, these are just. I mean, they're extreme cases, but it does make the point that children need that social protection. No, seriously, because if a child is being abused, if you go to school and they see bruises on the child's body, that's a clear indication that there's something wrong at home.
Talking about individual children this way, it's not cause and effect necessarily. But I think the bigger point is
there's nothing deplorable, Benjamin, about using a case that is factually been proven to be exacerbated by lockdown. His relatives who knew what was going on were actually banned by the police from going around to the house. He was let down by social services. And what you hope in a society like ours is that school provides a safety net in order to save someone like Arthur Labinjo Hughes. Look, he's just one example. What about the millions of vulnerable kids who've missed out on education as a result of lockdown? What about them?
You know, the nonsense of your argument, and there is so much nonsense to dig through, but it is to claim that somehow there was a real choice in this, that people actively wanted to close schools for no good reason.
There absolutely was a choice.
For all the people that live in households with vulnerable...
Look at Sweden.
Yes, right. Let's look at Sweden, Dan. How does Sweden's death rate compare to Norway next door?
Oh, Benjamin.
No, answer the question.
I'm not buying into that discussion.
No,
because
you just said to talk about Sweden.
No, because this is...
Oh, you've changed your tone.
Because you're now going to make an argument that Sweden performed worse than Norway and Finland. And actually,
that's right,
we don't know that. You've got to look over the long term.
Are we doing facts or not?
Yeah, we are doing facts.
Yeah, Sweden's death rate was double Norway's, so that shows your nonsense puts lives at risk. You would have happily had people die in this country because
How
of your
many people died from lockdown?
What does that mean? I mean, where do you start?